Hello there guys, it's Michael here, and today I've got a special video to help you get faster fingers in less than a week. Now, if you're struggling to change between two different chords, it's probably because your different fingers are at different levels, and believe it or not, the third finger and the pinky aren't going to want to cooperate with fingers number 1 and 2. Now that's because these guys share a tendon. So in order to get smoother chord changes, to be able to solo more fluently, to be able to play leads and licks and melodies, we are going to have to train our fingers. So what I'm going to do is give you a short but very, very effective exercise that you can use in order to strengthen up your fingers and build dexterity. Now this exercise has two parts, an easy part and a more challenging part, and we're going to go over both of them, and hopefully it's going to take us less than 5 minutes. So if you give me 5 minutes of your time, I am going to make you a significantly better guitar player 7 days from now. So let's get into it. So the exercise we're going to take a look at is a 4-finger independence exercise. And basically, we're not even going to pick or do any sort of strumming for this exercise. So if you've got to pick, don't worry about it, you can ditch that for now. What we're going to do is take our fingers and we're going to spread them basically across 4 individual frets, and I'm going to reach down onto string number 3. So I'm not going to squeeze or fret any notes on string number 3. I'm simply hovering above fret number 5, 6, 7, and 8, and I'm lightly touching the string, just resting my fingers against it. I don't want to squeeze, I don't want to have any sort of tension. What I'm basically going to do is anchor finger 2, 3, and my pinky, and with my first finger, I'm going to reach up to string number 6, and then down to string number 1. I'm going to go from 6 to 1, 6 to 1. And I'm going to do this over and over again while trying to stay as relaxed as possible with the other fingers. I'm not squeezing with these other fingers, I'm not tensing up, I'm just going from string 6 to string 1 over and over. Now I recommend you do this between 10 and 25 times, 25 as a tops, and that's going to be your exercise for finger number 1. Now once you completed that exercise with finger number 1, you are going to get your second finger and go from string 6 to string number 1. Ever so slowly, nice and relaxed. This isn't a speed-based exercise. What we're doing is training the pathways in our brain to send individual messages to each individual finger. Now, some of you are going to have your fingers jumping around all over the place, and that's because you've never actually sent a message to 3 of the fingers saying, hey, stop right there, don't move at all, while sending a specific message to one of the fingers to move up and down. Now, if you haven't struggled with fingers number 1 and 2, you're probably going to struggle here with number 3. So you've got to relax and have fingers 1, 2, and 4 on string number 3, and your third finger's going to go up and down. And again, you want to stay nice and relaxed. You want to develop the control. And I remember the first time I did that exercise, my finger was jumping around and jerking around like a fish out of water. It just didn't want to do what I wanted to do. You might even have the wrong finger move up and down. If that's the case, good. You're sending messages from your brain to different parts of your fingers for the first time, getting them to do specific activities. And the more time you send these messages, as in the more consistently you do this exercise over a couple of consecutive days, the easier it will get and the more your fingers will respond. And when your fingers are responding, it's going to make them more dexterous and make guitar playing way easier. Once you've done finger number 3 a couple of times, you can go to your pinky and do that one as well. Now I might be doing this slightly fast here because I'm demonstrating the video and I want to give you a 5-minute video this time around, but go as slow and smooth and as steady as you need to. So once you've done 25 reps on each finger, you are finished with the exercise at the basic level. Now you don't want to do this hundreds of times, you don't want to spend hours and hours doing it. What you want to do is basically do your 25 reps on each finger and then you are done. If you do that consistently over a couple of days, by the end of the week, your fingers will be in considerably better shape and will be way more dexterous, and you will notice an instant impact on your ability to switch between chords and to play riffs, licks, melodies, and guitar solos. Now, you don't want to overdo it. Just like if you try and do too many push-ups, you can hurt your muscles and strain yourself and put yourself out of action for a couple of days or even a couple of weeks. You only want to do this one in small chunks until you build up the strength in your fingers and greater dexterity. After a couple of days or a couple of weeks, you can start shooting for 30, then 35, then 40, then 50. But guys, you don't really want to do this 100 times with each finger. Not only will you be really, really bored, but it's probably going to be unnecessary at that point. So if you have implemented this every day for 7 days straight and you're starting to really get the hang of it, you'll notice a huge difference, as in the more repetitions that you do, the stronger that connection will be from your brain down to your fingers. You can go to level number 2. And level number 2 is going to be where you take multiple fingers and start putting them to work at the same time. So for example, you're going to anchor finger number 3 and your pinky, and you're going to get your first finger and your second finger going up and down in contrary motion. And you want to train those fingers to work together. And again, you want to go super slow and super steady at first. but that's gonna be so beneficial to your fingers and your brain. Again, you're gonna have different fingers shooting off in every single direction, but slow it right down, go through the motions and do it consistently over a couple of days, and before you know it, your brain and fingers will be used to these patterns and these movements. Once you've done fingers 1 and 2, you can try fingers number 3 and 2. So you're getting these ones going up and down while keeping the first finger and the pinky finger anchored, and go for 10, 15, 20, 25 repetitions tops. And then you can get your third finger and your pinky, which again, these ones share the tendon, so trying to have them move at the same time in that contrary motion is going to be really tricky at first, but this will be a great exercise for you. And then the last one I think is actually the easiest, is to get the first finger and the pinky finger moving together. So you go through each of those permutations there, go for a minimum of 10 reps in the beginning, work your way up to 25, and you have significantly stronger fingers and greater dexterity in less than a week, or maybe the second week by the time you incorporate these exercises. So if you implement this into your practice routine for 2 to 3 minutes a session every day of the week, you will not know yourself. Your fingers will be so much more responsive and so much more dexterous that it will have a huge impact on every area of your playing. Especially if you do this over 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or by the end of the month and you've incorporated each level of the exercise. It is going to improve your guitar playing across the board, because it's going to improve the synchronization of your hands and basically make these little fingers here do exactly what you tell them to do. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video here today. If you found it helpful, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. And of course, I am trying to make more videos which don't just tell you what to play and learn on guitar, but actually show you what you need to do to practice to improve and to overcome specific problems. So if you have a specific problem in your guitar playing, leave it in the comments below, and of course I will make a video addressing that so it can help you become the guitar player you've always dreamed of. Thanks so much for watching this, and we'll see you in the next video.